All right, guys. I am on Seminole Road, and I should have started at the highway, but the traffic was crazy. We actually have several clients that live on this road, that green roof house being one of them. Probably the big news and what might be a drawback for some people is just that it's a steep road. And I'm curious, based on the photos of this property, what the driveway might look like. It is a dead-end road, one way in, one way out. Getting in off of Highway 305 can be a little bit of a challenge depending on what's going on with the traffic. And if you're turning left to Bainbridge, or in this case, turning left if you're coming from Bangor, then that is where you have to deal with the traffic. So once you're up here, though, it is really quite pretty. And another client's house right along here someplace. So now we're heading downhill. I would just say most of the properties, the homes are going to have some kind of terrain. And gosh, is this a public road? You know what? I think this is a public road. So that would mean you should have some kind of services.
You have reached your destination.
So anyway, we're going to head up here to the right. And it looks like, so this was a paved road, Seminole. The driveway going up to the house is not paved. And so we'll just see what kind of condition it's in. Typically this means that, you and whoever shares it have to maintain it. You know what? It looks like it might have been paved at one time, so that's good. Maybe easy to pick that up, but it is quite steep. Again, I don't think we get enough weather to make that concerning. Frankly, if it were getting, so that'd be a neighbor's house that shares this driveway. Frankly, if it were getting really, really snowy, you're going to get trapped in the house anyways, because all the county closes down. And then if for some reason you were coming home and the driveway was too snowy, there's plenty of parking down on Seminole. It'd be a little hike up here, but it wouldn't be terrible. But it is definitely steep. So that's that. It's a nice driveway. They do have this little pigtail here, which I think is really helpful. So we're pulling in towards the house, and then we can back into this pigtail. And it looks like they had quite the chicken or some kind of fowl house there. And so for me, that's probably the ideal spot to put a shop or a third car garage or something. We'll look to see where the drain field is, but I would highly doubt that the drain field would be back there. All right, quiet as can be, and that would not be unexpected. It's really up at the top of the hill. It's very, very pretty. You're actually almost to the complete end of Seminole. You might get a little air traffic over here, but you're not going to get much of anything more. Landscaping is really natural. I don't know how far back the property lines go. We had a property like this like 4 houses ago, and we kept quite a bit of it natural, but we ended up wanting trails, and so we really went through and cut back a lot of the blackberries and undergrowth. This alder here looks pretty rough. Got a beautiful madrona in here, but there's an alder that is really killing it. I might get in there and try to get that alder down. You don't really have to get any permission to take care of alders. Control valve, so I'm thinking there's sprinklers someplace. That would make sense why we have a control valve. Looks like they do pest control, which, as we all know, super smart. Holding tank here, so some kind of well, the well situation. Boy, I didn't wear the right shoes for this. A lot of gravel around the house, which again is really, really smart. It's quite muddy, so I don't know if the gravel is super intentional, because got this big hill behind you. So do we get a lot of sloughing of water on rainy days back this way? I'm curious, or did they have a repair or something they needed to do? Because this is super, super muddy. But one of the things they did really well was put this large gravel. This is like marble to golf ball size gravel. And that certainly is going to keep water, away. So yeah, it's primarily here on the side of the house. So, my guess is maybe they had water that, comes in off of the hill. You got gutters. This is going into underground. So wood storage here. Probably a seasonal creek behind the house here. Man door from the garage. That's nice. Insulation doing something there. And I think this agent said that we might have a pre-inspection. So gravel path here. Again, it looks like they're trying to keep, water from the foundation. Likely this is on a well. This has something to do with that. But I actually think differently. I think they are collecting rainwater in this because they've got these valves here. And so that allows them to use that to retain this water for watering something. They don't really have a big garden space, so I don't know what that would be about. I'm going to try to walk to this edge as much as possible. So it would make me think there's probably a seasonal stream that goes through here. I'm not hearing anything. Now, we've had some pretty dry days recently. We haven't had a lot of rain this month. So if it was more than a seasonal stream area, I would anticipate hearing that. And I see lots and lots of moss on the trees here. But there's not a lot of trees right up near the house, so I wouldn't anticipate it to be super shady, but boy, that moss is telling me a different story. So maybe we have a lot of shade at this house. The siding is wood, good, and the windows look like double pane aluminum frame. These anyways do, so we'll see what's going on. This deck looks brand new, which is great. It's a wood deck, so, deck management means that we need to get out here and put Thompson on it on a regular basis. Got a vinyl slider door here. Lots of aluminum double frame picture windows, meaning these don't open. That doesn't open. The one in the back doesn't open. And then it looks like your opening windows are all vinyl, so that's nice. The property is all natural. There's not a lot of landscape, so I don't see it being a ton of work. Low maintenance. And then maybe this is a sunny patch over here. They have these planter beds if you want to do some gardening. But I think if you want to get a third, like a shop or a car bay or something, that's going to be the logical spot for it. This deck is composite, which makes a lot of sense. It's low maintenance. We enter onto hardwoods. Yeah, it's pretty. Carpet's brand new. You can smell it. It's off-gassing. These seem like real hardwoods or engineered hardwoods. Raised panel, doors, hollow core, coat closet. Standard ceiling height, not unusually tall or anything, but pretty. These are electric radiator heating. Now you are on a crawl space, so if you ever want to do something differently, I did see that there was like a mini split. So they've got the ability to space heat the rooms. These are like radiator type heaters. That one's not turning on, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe there's an alternative switch. They've got a wood stove here. Now this would probably really heat this space up. It's really a very treehouse feel, you know, very, very nice kind of treehouse feel. So like above the world. Oh, that was not locked. Okay, it's locked now. You know, I could definitely see some nice deck parties out here. This is a pretty flow. So as the stairs, you know, move up. Looks like we have a laminate or an LV here in the kitchen area. Laminate counters, a little worn out, but not a giant kitchen. I like the size of the kitchen, and why I would say not a giant being a positive thing. If you wanted to put hard surface counters in and an undermount sink, it wouldn't be $1 trillion. Cabinetry looks very Lowe's-esque. You know, nothing wrong with it. It just isn't high end. Everything looks in generally, you know, good shape, but these are, call them low quality. Nice door out here. I like this. So, you know, if we want to put a grill out there off the kitchen is kind of nice. Eating kitchen space. Kind of an unusual step up. I feel like this, oh, it says pantry. So, all right. Well, this feels like an add-on. It doesn't feel like this was intentional just because of the raise here. And the word pantry is being used. There's no shelving, but certainly plenty of room for it. And this is where the laundry hookup is. So they've staged it interesting. The other thing that makes me think it was an add-on is that's a scuttle access. So this likely wasn't here in the original plan. Okay. All right, so this just works around. There's that living room. We came in, the entry door is there. This door goes out. Oh, no, okay, to the garage. Sorry, I feel like I'm getting surprised at every corner. I don't see a light switch. I am certain there is one. Okay, there it is. Awesome. Okay, so that's that man door. Water heater was here. That's the water heater. Was. So I'll be looking for another water heater, but likely, you know, they have something going on, a repair or a replacement coming up. A fairly small garage. It's a 2-car garage. It's not bad in depth. I mean, there's certainly room back here for shelving or workspace. It's not a tall ceiling height. So, you know, it's a 2-car garage. There's just not a lot of room on either side here. But there is room to the back. You can see they have plenty of storage back here. And then it looks like they have electric car charging. That was added. Maybe a Tesla charger. I don't really know the difference. Probably sprinklers. This panel looks oldish. There's another sprinkler thing. Maybe an old one. Yeah, it's an old panel. But it does have a main. So, yeah, I don't know. My guess says they did woodwork in here because they've got a lot of, like, I don't know, chips from wood. Sawdust. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, water heater's missing, so that must be a replacement coming up. Other than the carpet, I don't smell anything bad. We have a little powder room. Ooh, really tight little powder room. It's a really tiny door going in. And then again, the electric radiator. Den or a bedroom? What do we have here? Den. Nice size den. Certainly could be a main floor bedroom. Okay. Interesting again, just kind of a narrow stairway. Being that it's open, you know, that makes it easier to get big pieces of furniture up, but it is really narrow. So, a little loft up here. Looks like we have a window with a failed gasket right there. I'm pretty sure this agent said there's a pre-inspection, so a lot of these questions would be answered if we take a look at that. And, you know, if not, obviously we're going to have our own home inspection. This looks to have an ensuite. I'm wondering if it's the primary. If it is, it's a little small. This is a queen. Certainly, queen might be the most you could put in this space. This could be a headboard wall. I think that's just a scuttle access. There's probably eaves out there. So I don't see why you couldn't put a king headboard here with 2 nightstands and just kind of cover that up and use it when you need to. But doesn't leave a lot of wall space for additional furniture. I suppose a triple dresser could go there. Again, the radiator heater and a dresser could go here. Probably not a triple, something tall and narrow. Wardrobe closet. Okay, well, this isn't bad. Well, it is. It's kind of weird. Okay, I was getting excited and then I'm not. So there's this deep section with shelves. Then there's this wardrobe section, but it's actually quite narrow. So not good storage in this room. And then the ensuite, pill and stick. This looks like a Lowe's vanity, but this is real stone. Probably a marble, maybe a quartz, but I'm gonna go with something, possibly a marble. Tub shower combo, fiberglass. Okay, let's see what else. Across the hall. Okay, this is cute. Yeah, very cute space. They've got 2 twins in here. It's cute how they have it laid out. And then closet, pretty small closet, but it has built-ins. I don't think this is a primary because I see something that looks big at the end of the hallway. Okay, this is odd. So that bedroom has an ensuite, so that's cool. Tub shower combo. This bedroom doesn't have an ensuite, but I'm assuming this would be its bath. And it just has kind of a funky little vanity, you know, toilet situation, tub situation. So that, and then maybe this is the primary. Oh, no, it isn't. Okay. You know what, guys? I think this is a tricky floor plan. And I don't see a lot of just like real redeeming things with the property. And I think it makes it harder for resale with some of the challenges with the layout. So in my opinion, if you loved this in person, I'd lean into it. But this is not the kind of house that'd be easy to sell sight unseen.